What's going on, everyone? This is my Ford 3000 diesel, and today I'm going to be showing you how I went from this to this in just a few months. And maybe you'll learn something, maybe you won't, but I'll just show you the process of how I fixed this thing up to look this good, because I think personally I did a pretty good job. But we'll also be showing you a night ride at the end of the video. We'll be taking that thing out on the street in the middle of the night, so that'll be fun. Stick to the end, you'll see that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so it may be kind of hard to follow in the video, but I'm just going to do a quick run through of everything I've done to this tractor real quick, and then we'll go back through and you'll see everything kind of close up and what the labor looks like. So I bought this tractor for $1,200 on Facebook Marketplace. The seller said it had sat for a year. He said it ran good. The engine was rebuilt in the early 2000s, and it was mainly used on a golf course, because those turf tires would add up to that story that it was used on a golf course. The first thing I did after buying it, he had wired a push button switch. He had jimmy rigged it on. It was wired wrong, and it eventually blows up. That's a little bit of foreshadowing, but you'll see what happens with that. The first thing I did, because I wasn't getting any fuel, I bought a new injection pump and I put that on. And I come to think of it, I never checked this fuel shutoff valve, this petcock. The fuel filter was gummed out. And so now I'm really kicking myself because I just bought this $900 injection pump when it may have not been the culprit at all. But so whatever, I put that new one on. I clean that out. It starts getting good diesel. It gets it up to the injectors. After that, I started pulsing it, and I kind of took a break for a while, but when the wiring messed up, it heated up, caught on fire. I went ahead and put a new wiring harness in it because he had nothing on the dash, nothing like that. I put this new key switch in, put all the bulbs in, hooked everything up. The wiring diagram I bought, it was labeled wrong, so it took me about a month to figure out that over here, this wire back there, it was connected wrong in the ignition switch. If you're going against the diagram, I had to use a multimeter to figure out which wire would get 12 volts when you'd send it to start, when you'd crank it over like that. I finally figured it out. I got the tractor to run. It was running, it had a little bit of white smoke. It was because of all that turning over. It just had to clear itself out. After that, it ran great, but it had this small leak back here, and I couldn't figure out what it was. It looked like it was leaking from the manifold, so what I did was put some RTV on that manifold. I figured out that it's this fuel return line. It runs up here. You can't see it, but it'll go, I'll pull it up. It'll go into this line that sits on top of the injectors, and it'll run back here. It'll go all the way to this little thing way up there. I don't know if you can see it, that kind of gray thing up there. I figured out it's a fuel return valve, so it sends it back to the tank. So what I did was drilled a hole. I put a fuel line into the tank, so now when it runs and it has unused diesel, it'll spit back in the tank and it'll save you a lot of diesel. I also put a new gear shifter on top, because the old one you could spin it in a circle and it was no good. Then I decided I want to paint it, so took all the sheet metal off while I was fixing that leak and that head, blah blah blah. We painted everything, sanded it down, painted it, put it all back together. Now we're here. It shouldn't have taken as long as it did, but I just did. Even with everything I did, I still did basic maintenance on it too. It had, the seat, like, it was rusted out. I got a new one for it. Stuff like that, Put oil in the air filter, stuff, just simple stuff. It has power steering and it's a diesel, which is good for us. And I was originally going to sell this tractor, but I'm thinking about it. The farm only has one tractor. My 2030 only has hydraulics. That little 870 I got out there, it doesn't have hydraulics. And I need 2 tractors to run hay. So I'm thinking we're going to move this tractor to our farm, and it's going to be our cutting mower. Our cutting tractor. It's also going to rake for us, because it's got this Cat 1 on it. I put this top link on it too, so that's nice. So all that, so whenever that hydraulic kit comes, I'll put it on. It'll sit right here. I'll have auxiliary hydraulics on the back, and this thing will be perfect for cutting hay. So anyways, we're gonna jump into the video now, and we're gonna see, you're gonna see everything I've done to this tractor as far as between March and it's now June, so.
Sun's barely peeking through the Georgia pine. Dust on my boots and a wrench in my hand. Old 55th 6 is stuck on the line, but we got 10,000 acres of land. Keep them cylinders sparking all through the night. Working on tractors till the morning light. Grease on my collar and dirt on my knees. Running this diesel on a southern breeze. Hydraulic leak under the rusted.
All right, we're gonna test, see if there's any gas. Just put the injection pump in, clean the petcock. There we go. There was something. See it. Seems like 1 and 2, can't see it. 1 is spitting out gas, is dripping a little. That one isn't doing anything. Yeah, I don't want to kill the battery, but gonna have to bleed the system. Alright, so I later figured out that the nut that connects the metal fuel line on cylinder number 3 to the injection pump wasn't fully tightened down, and it was seeping down. It was dripping out. That's why there wasn't getting any diesel to that the top of that fuel line. After that, it started pulsing pretty good. I just had to bleed the system. I'm looking at it. Maybe over here. It's dripping down there. Looks like one of the, it's like something isn't exactly tightened. Look. Seems like it's leaking right there, going down. That's exactly what's happening. So that line is leaking and it's not getting any fuel. Okay, so what happened next was I tightened that nut down, and then the wiring just melted up because it was kind of jimmy rigged. I should have known better not to crank it too much, but he had like a 16 gauge wire. The previous owner had put like a 16 gauge wire. He tapped it right into like the positive connection on the battery, so it was carrying all that voltage, and it just got hot and melted. And the other connection was, I believe it went to the ground on the solenoid or something. It was something really odd, but yeah, I got a new wiring harness for it. Put this back on. Got the, on the other side, got this light wired up. So it runs here. So I could add a headlight if I wanted to on this side, but I don't have a headlight to add to it. And I'm too lazy to buy one. But it runs through here, comes out there, and then another wire comes here. Connect it to this, connect it to this headlight, and this new harness I just put in. That goes all the way here. I didn't get the chance to film it, but I put this front and rear harness in this, hooked it up to this, down there on the starter. Up here, I need the bulbs for this tachometer, and that'll be done. I need, I popped this cover off, and this neutral safety switch doesn't fit. So I'm just gonna see if I can run it without it. If I come over here, I'm waiting on that ignition switch. Once I get that hooked up right here, I got the lights hooked up, or the headlight. So once I get this switch hooked up, this thing should be ready to go. Got to put that back on, and I'll do time lapse of putting this final piece of sheet metal on, and it should be good to go.
Sweat in my eyes, but I'm turning the screw. Nobody around here remembers its name, but she runs like a freight train when we are all through.
All right, this is gonna be the first startup. Injection pump in, new wiring harness, new battery. We're gonna see. I just bleeded the system, so hopefully it'll crank and start. White smoke there. Let's see. Okay, so I kind of panicked here. I don't know why, but from cranking it over so much, it was just clearing itself out. But I was worried it was kind of running away because it wasn't really responding to the throttle or the kill switch. But after that, it started running well. So. What's going on? We're back working on the Ford. I haven't been filming a lot, but as you can see, I had some fresh paint on the sheet metal there. Just took these ones off. This one wasn't complying, and that's hard to take off, so I figured I'll just paint that on there, paint this on there. I just taped up this this tachometer, and I'm gonna paint it white right here. I got this paint right here. Rust-Oleum gloss protective enamel white. And we're gonna paint this. All right, we're gonna go ahead and spray this one more coat, see if we can put it back together. All right, I took this battery tray off. I just got done finishing the dash and all that seat stuff. This manifold has a leak. I'll pull up a video. But it spills diesel all throughout that gasket right there. That gasket's done. So we're gonna be taking off this manifold. I just bought some gasket maker because I'm too lazy to find the actual gasket. We're gonna run a bead all across this, and we're just gonna slap this on and hope it works. So it's just gotta work enough to get us through a few cuttings of hay. I think it'll be fine. There we go.
Oh shit, not good.
As you can see there, I forgot to drain the coolant. I'm an idiot. Well, at least we can see the gasket, and to my suspicions, it's pretty much gone. So yeah, I'm gonna take all this off now. So pretty dirty and pretty messed up. All right, so it was partly the gasket. So I got some RTV up here, gasket maker, some of this stuff. But also, it was this intake heater over here. So if you look, this thing is the culprit right here. This thing is supposed to connect up to the fuel. It's supposed to draw fuel and heat the manifold. So for cold starts and stuff, this line had nothing connected to it. It was fully broken. And then there's another line in the manifold. So what it does is this connects here. This draws in fuel and heats it up. This draws it down to the injection pump right here, like that. And then the other line that runs from it draws it down into the manifold and heats air up in there, so it's easier starting. So when you turn on the engine, it'll heat up the diesel and then crank it over for cold starts. But the problem was mainly that this bowl, the bottom piece of this, is broken off. So I can't even connect this now. So I need a whole nother one of these. And it should not leak anymore, because it was leaking from the manifold because the diesel was getting in the manifold. Well, it's a whole story, but it was, I don't know. That should fix it though. All right, all I need a line is from there to there. So I got this fuel line, big strand of fuel line. We're just gonna cut it right about here. There we go. It's a little big diameter wise, but it should be fine. That's all we need. All right. That should be good to go. All right, I got everything hooked back together. So we got this line all hooked up, but what's gonna happen now if I try to run this is it's just gonna leak out right here. And if you can see on the side of the hole, or the gas tank, there's a hole for that to sit in. But this is all old, and I dropped the part that needs to go there in the gas tank. So what I'm gonna do is, I tried to fish that out. I don't think it's coming out. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna tap a hole right in that spot right there. Okay, so I just drilled a hole out in the gas tank. I'm gonna be using this fuel line and connecting it right here to this thermostat kind of / return line system. And we're just gonna plumb it in right there. And that'll be it. That'll fix all of our problems. Now all of the diesel that was leaking is now gonna accumulate back in the tank. And we'll save diesel and it won't leak everywhere. This line is just barely too small for this hole. There we go. See, that'll run in there. See if it's in the way of this. Nope, that should be good. Cut it right about right there. All right. All I need now is the hose clamps, and it should be good to go. All right, everything is back together now. I just bled the system. It's pulsing good diesel. Just put all the lines back on. So this could be the first time starting it after I took everything off, fixed the manifold, and fixed that fuel return thing. So let's see if it runs. We were there, right there. Because you're not, you want this in, right? Oh, it just gets stuck. That's right. Right. See how well. Oh, yeah. Don't be needing that.
I'll run it back
Hey, watch that glass. You're good. No, you're good. Little makeshift headlight. That thing's bright. Jacob, that damn headlight's so bright. Don't stall her. Hey, you want me to drive the Kawasaki?
Yeah.
All right, bet. Jacob's driving the tractor right now. There he is. We're gonna go on the road a little here. Look at that damn thing. I wasn't looking.
That was so, where do you want to go? You want to go to the...
Hey, go to that cul-de-sac, turn around. That thing is wide as fuck. He's going about 10 uphill. Ooh. Hit 13 there. He's cruising at 13. God damn, buddy. Yeah.
And just turn around real quick.
Yeah, you about
Head back to the house.
yeah, you about hit a mailbox. Them damn wheels are so wide.
Dude, this thing turns real loose.
Like good or bad?
Not great.
I figured. Runs good. Little no smoke. He's flying. Better hope them brakes work. Well, that's going to be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Stick around until next time. We're going to be using this tractor for cutting and raking some hay. So that'll be fun. We'll get all that on camera, make a video out of that.